I am going to be talking to a lot of important people while I am here in Chicago. And one of them is the mayor of the fifth largest city in the United States, Phoenix, Mayor Kate Gallego.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely. My pleasure. So as you walk around the third largest city in the United States, you go, we do that better. We do that better. We do that better. Or has it been more like, wow, it's nice to not be in 110 degrees?
The weather here has been pretty exemplary. I am having a little bit of memories of Super Bowl when we had everyone come to town, and it feels a little bit familiar.
Yeah. So you're what's known in political circles as a surrogate. You're being asked to speak for the Harris campaign, so that means you're doing something that they like, right? How important is Arizona? How important is it for the Harris campaign to win Arizona in order to win the presidency?
We believe the path to victory goes through Arizona and specifically Maricopa County. As we will never forget, we were the closest state in the last presidential, and we expect to be a vital part of the path to victory again. One of the key themes of the convention is that Arizona is a real priority. Our votes really matter.
Yeah, and I was talking with Senator Kelly about this morning. There are actually fewer registered Democrats in Arizona than there was when he was elected to office, but independents continue to grow. How does the Harris-Walz campaign appeal to those independent Arizona voters?
Yes, if you are an independent voter and you are listening, your vote is so important to our country and the presidency. The vice president is going to talk a lot about how she's delivered for us. Just last week, 10 new drugs that help everything from fighting diabetes to fighting blood cancer. Great affordable prices. Trump talked about that, but Harris and Biden delivered for us. They'll talk about the incredible investments they've made in America's cities, which matters to me a lot as a mayor, helping us protect our water supply, investing in great community assets like hundreds of millions to make Sky Harbor continue to be the best airport. Rated #1 by the Wall Street Journal, and we're not resting.
Better
the partnership.
Than Midland or O'Hare. Sorry.
Yes, I think that is one where we can definitely brag is about our fabulous Sky Harbor Airport. But we appreciate the partnership with the administration. Donald Trump talked about Infrastructure Week, but the Biden-Harris team actually delivered, and it's incredible as a mayor to be able to address challenges we have with revitalizing our freeway system or helping people lower their energy bills.
One of the biggest investments in American history has been TSMC and what was done with Intel as well, just outside of Phoenix. But is that sustainable? I mean, I understand the homeland security reasons that we have to manufacture chips in the United States because, China's still slobbering over Taiwan. But how long can we sustain that with the giant debt that we have in this country?
Protecting our security and making sure we make semiconductors in the United States has been very bipartisan, and I think that's important to stress.
That's true.
You know this, but I think it's worth repeating. Semiconductors are essential to everything from our phones to our computers and cars. We all saw that during the pandemic, but also to security. The countries that have the best semiconductors will be the safest. It's a real honor for me as Phoenix mayor that we are making the most advanced chips in the world in Phoenix, Arizona. TSMC, who makes those chips for Apple and advanced companies like NVIDIA, committed to Phoenix before the CHIPS Act passed at the $12 billion level, which was our largest foreign direct investment. But thanks to the Biden administration's investment, it is now $65 billion. So now we're the largest foreign direct investment in the United States history happening in Phoenix. 13,000 people working there. These are essential chips, and we need them to be made in the United States. Right now, we're all at risk if something happens with Taiwan. The Foreign Relations Council estimates 10% of the world's economic activity is at risk if anything happens in Taiwan. And what a point of pride that we're the key partners right here in Phoenix to make sure the world stays in a safer, more prosperous place, but also creating incredible jobs. It's so fun. Met a girl who graduated from high school last year making $95,000 as an iron worker. That is more than the mayor of Phoenix, but I am happy for her because it's her whole family is going to have a great, prosperous future thanks to this wonderful construction job.
Will you miss President Biden because of that? I mean, he was a big part of pushing all of that, and I'm sure, that Kamala Harris has a lot of the same goals, but will you miss having Joe Biden around?
He has put down a great marker for his successor. I mean, what he has done for our community. I know that you all trust that the city will deliver safe, clean water and you don't want to have to worry about it, but he's been an incredible partner with the challenges we have in that area. Bringing back American manufacturing. It's not just semiconductors that have come to Phoenix, but we are making in Phoenix, Arizona, solar energy panels that would have been made in China. We are making electric vehicle chargers with companies that would have been investing in Taiwan, but for Joe Biden pushing made in America. American tax dollars should go to American companies. You've seen our buses that used to be broken down by the side of the street. Joe Biden has made sure we have new, good, working buses that are made in America. You're seeing the sense here, and that is just such a benefit for all the people in our community who need to get to work or to school or who benefit from these jobs. It's hard to think of a community that's benefited more from the return of manufacturing to the United States than Phoenix, Arizona.
In my commentary this morning, I talked about how my 11-year-old daughter is running for president of her student council in her North Phoenix elementary school. And I talked about, how Kamala Harris could be an inspiration in the fact that she's a woman. But woman or not a woman, how much does that matter? At the end of the day, it's really about ideas, isn't it? Are you inspired by the fact that Kamala Harris is running for president? You're
excited
female.
To see history happen. There's a real excitement around that. But no one votes for president based on gender. We want results. We want someone who will fight for us, who will make sure that fewer people in our community are struggling to pay for their diabetes medication, who will make sure that we are well represented abroad. So it does matter to me. I mean, when I was deciding whether or not to run for mayor, none of the 15 largest cities in the country had a female mayor, so I thought about that, is this something a woman can win? So I think it matters from that perspective that a little girl can grow up and say she can be anything she wants in the United States, and there's excitement. But I don't expect anyone to vote based on demographics. It's about results and who will fight for us.
And one last question, because everybody who I talk to, not everybody that's not in my profession that I talk to when I mentioned I was going to be interviewing you is, what is that like for you to endorse your ex-husband? I've read his book, and he speaks glowingly of you, but it's got to be a little odd. They come to you and they say, hey, can you endorse Congressman Gallego? Of course you're going to say yes, but what goes through your mind when that happens?
Look, our most important relationship is as co-parents. That is always first. Being a parent is the greatest honor, and so I always want to deliver for our son.
Yeah.
But this is an easy decision for me. I mean, there's very clear contrast, and I definitely want Ruben to win. So
yeah. Mayor Gallego.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate your time. Enjoy your time here at the Democratic National Convention.
You too.
As the mayor of the 5th largest city and the female mayor of the largest city in the United States. Is it still true?
No, it does not. Los Angeles has taken the title, and I was glad to share it.
That's
yes.
right. Okay. Well, enjoy your time walking around going, we do this better, we do that better, we do this better, except for maybe the weather. Right?
That's right.
The weather's really nice today.
So my parents moved southwest from Chicago after a terrible blizzard, so I think we do the weather better, but this week maybe there's a little bit of advantage. But year-round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting the humidity in the 90s back apparently by Thursday, but I really appreciate you taking the time with us.